Hi everyone, Maryann here, revealing light, tarot, astrology and spirituality. How are you? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions. Thank you for those that are supporting the publication of my new book. It's out now. It's been published both on paperback and Kindle, and a link to where you can get it is in the drop-down menu underneath this video. So thank you. It's a bestseller in divination, angels, channeling. And so the reason it's got there is because of your support of my work. I don't take that lightly. I don't take any of this lightly. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. All right, let's get on with today's reading. It'll be a mixture of questions that I feel are important to ask intuitively, and also questions that you, the viewers, have. A viewer's asked me, what's his intention on the Panama Canal? When I read on Greenland, the other area that people are worried about, I felt something would stop him from literally taking it by force. And we've seen both Germany and France come out and support Denmark, and to say that they would literally oppose with troops any actions to take Greenland by force. It's part of the EU, and France has said that it will send its own troops to bolster the Danes in defending Greenland against anyone who would usurp or try and take that by force. The Danes have just announced an extra, is it 2-point-something billion to boost their defences up there. Why? To protect themselves against an ally, the United States. So, as I said, it's an upside-down world that we're living in. But I did think that something would stop him from taking Greenland by force. I hope I'm right. What probably won't stop him is he'll probably use economic coercion against Denmark, which, is a whole new ball game. In terms of the Panama Canal, I'm less certain that he wouldn't send troops down there and take control of that. That would spark a worldwide intervention. I'm just hearing. It would. Other countries would just fight back, because the Panama Canal is on sovereign land. It's in the hands of Panama, and the world uses that and pays fees just like everybody else. So I don't know. I'll take a look at Panama. I also want to see. We'll just take a look at the world in February. We'll look at Ukraine as well. I do want to say that I got a question come through to me in the email. That email is for Oracle card orders. I would be doing nothing else but answering emails if I didn't put some boundaries around that. But I did have someone email me. That's why you don't see an email address readily. I don't. It's for people who want to. It's an open email for people that want to order Oracle cards. But nevertheless, someone emailed me and asked me why they should have hope, why anyone should have hope at this time. You will be aware in the US that 47 put a freeze on all government funding. I can imagine if my own government did that, the absolute chaos and mayhem that would result. Well, that's exactly what happened in the US. The Medicaid portal was closed down. People couldn't access. People's surgeries were put off. In some cases, we'll find out. The stories will emerge. What happened? The Meals on Wheels was uncertain about whether they could. Everything was paused. Every grant program, and in their incompetence, they said, well, it is only for grants going to organisations. It's not individual assistance. I mean, what a stupid answer. Do these people have any intellect or brains at all? You give a grant to an organisation to deliver assistance like Meals on Wheels to individuals. Anyway, it was such a botch up. It was such a huge mistake. The original, whoever drafted that original memo, in fact, the Secretary of the Office of Budget Management ought to be fired for his incompetence. Anyway, the memo has been withdrawn, and we'll see what happens from here on in. Such incompetence. I mean, a kindergarten second grader would do better than what we see in government administration coming out of the MAGA Republican government in the US at this time. A ban on HIV medicines overseas has been lifted as well. Why is that? Well, 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. Do we want to go any further? Because if you don't stop the spread of HIV in other areas other than your own country, if you don't have a hand in preventing that, then it starts to break out in your country and it pushes your costs up in trying to deal with that epidemic. So, as I said, what have we got? Second graders here. Anyway, we'll take a look at again another huge immature way to run a government. I mean, honestly, it's mind-boggling. They've offered all the public servants or civil servants, whatever you call them, we call them public servants here in Australia, people who work for the government, they've offered them all a buyout. Take this package. We call it a redundancy here. You offer people money, they take it, and then you fill, well, in 47's case, fill those positions with yes people, with the people that, you know, believe what they believe, etc., etc. Again, how stupid, because what that will do will clear out any talent and ability and expertise that are currently in those roles. And we're looking at brilliant American scientists. I mean, is this any way? You wouldn't run your business like this. You wouldn't say, everybody, here's a package, get out, and out the door walks your best and brightest staff. Because why? Because of an ideology? Like, this is, I don't even have to be psychic to say that this is just going to result in failure. In fact, any CEO who ran a company like that would be fired. You're fired. Okay, but some American people hired him, and without any very few guardrails now. Now, back to the email. Someone said, why should we have hope? He withdrew that memo, which halted and froze everything because of the pushback and the mayhem that was occurring. It energized Democrats. They suddenly found their fighting voices, and now it's energized the electorate. So why should you have hope? Well, I'm guessing in World War I or II, there was probably times when people didn't have hope there. Yet nevertheless, our soldiers went and we fought for our freedoms, and we got our freedom. It's never easy. No battle is easy. Setback after setback after setback after setback. We've all experienced that in life. However, we have faith, we have resilience, we keep going, we push back, we get results. So why should you have hope? When there's pushback, when there's resilience, when you don't give up, there are wins. There are wins. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at where will we start? One of the things that is bothering me in Australia, we're experiencing shortages of things. I don't know if you've noticed that in the US. From medical to food, it just seems like at the moment, I mean, post-COVID recovery is ongoing. However, the other question that I had is, with the growth of BRICS and with all of those countries worth 55% of GDP, compared to GDP of the Western countries, which is, 20% lower. And it's growing BRICS, which is an organisation set up to, in competition, I guess, in contrast competition to the West, we now have the South, the global South is what they're referred to. Conglomeration of countries that have formed into organisation of their own to trade with one another, and not with non-member states. The West are not members. So who founded this? Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa founded BRICS, but it has its membership has grown exponentially since founding. I want to know if they're all trading with one another, and if their combined GDP is far above ours, 7 of coins, no plan. And that's the thing. We've got no plan for this. So 47 toddler in the White House flexing his muscles when he doesn't have a lot of them to flex. Well, very little. What's he doing? He's driving a wedge even further. No plan for the harvest not coming in. So I want to know if the growth of BRICS will result in shortages for the Western world. So the whole trade world is changing right now as a result of 47's threatened tariffs in the US. Will the rise of BRICS or the growth of BRICS affect what the goods and imports that we can actually get into our countries? Will it lead to any shortages, any supply chain shortages? Will the growth of BRICS lead to any supply chain shortages in the West, please? I just think it's something that, we need to consider. So we have moving out of troubled waters, and then we have the 3 of Wands, your ship not coming in. So it seems like it is going to have an impact. It's like we're waiting for the ship to come in, but it's failing to dock, basically. And it's crossing the 6 of Swords, which is sort of moving away, moving out of trouble, but yet we wait and it doesn't transpire. Something doesn't transpire. We have the Magician manifestation. I've read multiple times on a world order that is changing. The King of Coins is in the past. The Businessman, that's my card for 47, it's in the past. It's in the past. Again, duh, wouldn't you want to trade with everybody? Wouldn't you want to say to BRICS, can we talk with your organisation? Like, it's in the past. Something is in the past. We get betrayal, loss, divorce as a potential. We get the 9 of Swords. Nobody is actually coming to alleviate this anxiety. The King of Cups is in the here and now. Wisdom and good decisions. But we're at the crossroads. So it is as I perceive. This is a time that good leadership might avert these outcomes, these more negative outcomes, at the very time that we have this. It's not too late, though. These cards are showing that we still have a present opportunity to change, to make different decisions. The 8 of Cups is loss, walking away from loss. And then we've got the 2 of Wands, being patient. But the question I asked was, will these shortages manifest in time? This card is telling me that they will. And again, the inability to choose is crossing this. So eventually we have to talk. Eventually the world has to start embracing some kind of new way of doing things, but unable to at this time. And we've got competition, fighting, partisanship, and then we get death, which is also the Hierophant, which is the universal order, institutions, and the Chariot, something coming very, very quickly, and the World card, an end of an old cycle, a beginning of the new. So BRICS has withdrawn from, I think it is the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. I don't think they've withdrawn from the World Trade Organization. This is incredible changes, and they're not going to be victims. I feel no one is going to be victims. So countries that are being ill-treated by this King of Pentacles in the past are going to look for new ways of doing things. You might find that some of the countries, non-member countries of BRICS, will still nevertheless want to talk with them, will want to trade with individual members. So it'll be such failure. It is such failure. It'll be such failure of this current US regime. The Temperance card is at the base of the pack. Maybe we have to learn the hard way to be more moderate. And we get the Nine of Coins because it's going to affect us financially. The truth will be revealed. The truth will be revealed. And we get this Four of Wands, reunions, and deals broken. So it's a volatile time. Sometimes I don't even have to explain the cards because you already know what they're saying. Being patient, all is not lost. It seems there's a chance to turn this around. Okay. The question is what damage is done within a year and a half before the midterms, but there is a chance to turn this around. Okay. Let's look at Panama. Just a few cards, please. Let's look at Panama. Show will 47 send troops down to Panama? Will 47 send troops down? I think there's going to be naval ships down there. It'll be a show of force, because I'm just seeing ships, but it's like the old Titanic, with the big stacks burning. It seems like there's going to be a show of force sent down to the Panama, perhaps anchoring ships off the coast of Panama or off the canal in the ocean near there. What's going to happen, please? Will 47 send? Keep wanting to call him 45. Well, 47 send troops. Send ships, troops, any military down to the Panama Canal. The Knight of Swords. I think you're going to hear about this fairly soon. Clarity, a plan, and justice is justice not done, not obeying international law. This worries me. The Wheel of Fortune is in the past. Again, this person on the ground looking for his pennies here. Things change. It's in the past. So there was a change, a definite change in the election 2024 when and the certification of him, it changed. It instead of expansion, we have contraction. The Chariot, I think he's going to do something. Definitely, there's already plans for it. He's talking with his DOD cabinet secretary, King of Wands, the lawmakers. I don't even think he's going to consult them. The Queen of Coins, security, national security. Of course, that's the argument that he uses. Hopes and fears. We know he's planning something, the High Priestess, and we get the Ace of Coins. This is all about the dollar, the Four of Coins, freeing something up, but we also get the star, hope, and the 3 of coins, people coming together. Seems to me he wants to put up fees. Seems to me he wants to control that, to charge the world more. And if he has control of it, then, again. But it looks like somebody might stop him, because we get three major countries isolating him. It's possible. Page of Swords and the 3 of Swords. It is a betrayal. An absolute betrayal of the people of Panama. They are a sovereign nation. Seems to me as he might send something down there. He definitely wants it. He wants control of it. He wants to take the fees for it. Out of everything I see, like I saw Greenland, there was a thwarting there, but Panama is less able to defend itself. It's possible he'll send some type of... The answer was yes, he will send some type of military down there. Now, the question is, how bold is it? Does he anchor his ships off the coast, or does he actually make a move to take it by force? He's going to do something in relation to Panama. It's not all talk with him. Okay. Kennedy, I thought would struggle to get through. I've been watching. He's a health pick to lead the health department in the US. Scathing letter released by Ambassador Caroline Kennedy. It's pretty damning to have someone like that lead the American Health Department. I didn't think I thought he would struggle to get through, that he would lose some Republican votes. Let's see. We're closer to it now. Will Kennedy get through his confirmation? Will he be confirmed? Will Kennedy be confirmed as Health Secretary in the US? Will Kennedy be confirmed as Health Secretary in the US? See, I get really bad cards for him. Isolated, withdrawing, isolated. The King of Wands would suggest people are stepping forward. The lawmakers, we're hearing from them. 3 of Coins is in the past. God, we heard so much about what he's been doing in terms of his alleged grifting. 3 of Coins in the sky. 3 Republican senators may have a different view. Ace of Coins, judgment, inevitability, and the Chariot. So I hope not. We've got bombshells here. We get the 2 of Cups, a deal not done. I'm just going to stick with my original reading. The outcome card is a 2 of Cups reversed, a deal not done. But then we get Justice reversed and the 8 of Coins. He's not seen as competent. I'm going to have to say he's struggling big time. 3 Republican senators might go against him. I don't know. I'm just going to say it's doubtful. It's doubtful, but it's very clear that what 47 does is muscle in and force those Republicans to vote. I don't know. I don't know that he does. I hope I'm right. He's a very dangerous man. He's all similar traits to 47, only smarter. All right. Let's have a look at Ukraine. Many are saying that it is a fait accompli. In other words, that 47 has frozen that money going to Ukraine. He's abandoning Ukraine. What happens? Well, no, we'll ask a specific question. Will Ukraine lose the war with Russia? will Ukraine lose the war? I'm seeing the Three of Swords, which is a betrayal. Six of Cups, not able to move on from the past. And we get the Queen of Coins, the money. So, again, we all always knew 47 was impeached in his first term. There's a vindictiveness here. I don't even think he's that aligned with Putin at this time, but there's a vindictiveness toward the Ukraine. The Ace of Swords, a new start, clarity. The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment is in the past. What's crowning this reading is the Moon. The Moon is volatility, but we get clearness here, and a clearing of the emotions. The Knight of Wands, something happening very quickly. We get the Page of Coins, the money. The Ace of Wands, a plan to withdraw the money. We always knew that. We always knew this was on the cards. The Five of Cups, loss in the hopes and fears. Abandonment. Yeah. Retreat. Wounded in battle. And the Ten of Coins, the loss of money. His actions are going to lead to Ukraine's loss. King of Coins, there he is. Look at these cards. The Four of Swords, retreat, wounded in battle. The Ten of Coins, the end of the money, the loss of the money. And there he is. What comes next? The Queen of Swords. Okay, so there is a plan for this. Europe has a plan for this. They're not going to totally abandon Ukraine. It's a crossroads time. We get the Hanged Man reversed, so not being able to see something, sacrificing something, nobody's coming to the rescue. The Empress card is reversed, so the universe has unexpected events up our sleeve. The Empress, well, it's a lack of abundance, but that's also my card for Russia. Russia is in dire financial straits. It could be there is a deal made, but Ukraine loses. It will lose territory. It might remain independent, some of it, but unfortunately, 47's actions have directly cost Ukraine its ability to win. I hope I'm wrong. Europe will stand by, but America has already, I won't say America, the US government has already abandoned Ukraine, and there's vindictiveness and retribution in there as well. Okay, I caught up with Linda G yesterday. That video's on her channel if you want to go and have a look at it. We had a lovely catch up. It was a lot of fun, and you can be tired and overworked and whatever, and then you catch up with someone who's good fun, and it just lifts you. And I was very happy after that catch up. So hi to Linda, and thank you for having me on. One of the things we talked about, Linda G is a very talented medium and psychic, was she didn't think 47 would do a full term. That aligns with my predictions. I don't think he will either. I think the midterms are going to be a thrashing. We've seen the energy reveal itself in the last couple of days with that government freeze and the pushback. Let's take a look at the midterms. I just want to give you something to think about. Will the Democrats do well? They've interestingly won a state seat in Iowa that 47 won by 20 points. They overturned that. A Democrat was elected. All right. How do the Dems do? How did the Democratic Party do in the midterms? How did the Democratic Party do? How does the Democratic Party do in the midterms? Alrighty. Queen of Swords. Planning. Fight back. crossroads time right now. It's a crossroads in 2026. We get the victory card with the Six of Wands. We get successfully defending themselves in the past. So much depends on how they defend, the decisions they make right now. We've got the Emperor card, control, which is 47. We've get the Ten of Swords, the ending of a cycle. We get the Chariot card in the present, bumpy ride, and the Six of Cups, not an extension of the past, okay? So the Democrats must break with what they did in the past as well, because everything is stuck in the past. Make America Great Again is by its very definition past. It's past. The bully's back in the playground, but he hasn't changed his tactics. The Democrats need to change theirs because he's back. Three of Cups, circles of support and unity. The Hierophant, okay, that's the universal law, the Queen of Wands. By the time we get to the midterms, we get illusion, delusion, the Knight of Coins. Sustainability is an illusion. Choices, bad choices, outcome card, major arcana, clarified by the Queen of Wands. Victory card is at the base of the reading. They will do well in the midterms. They will do well in the midterms. Something's coming, the Tower, and then we get the Two of Coins. It's an extension of what we've already seen. By the time we get to the midterms, people want change. Base of the pack is the Lover's card and abuse of power. So you follow this logically down and you understand that the midterms always go against the sitting government, but in this case we see a repeat of the past. What the Democrats do now, how they fight, how they mobilise matters. Looks like there's victory in the midterms. Okay, a lot of issues around women as well. Women won't sit idly by this time. The people who sat the 2024 election out are mobilised. Okay, I think I might leave it there. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I'll be back with my usual video on Sunday, your Sunday, my Monday. I might look at the US chart, the Sibley chart, and look at the transits. We'll do a little bit of astrology, and then we'll look at February in greater detail for the world and for the US. Okay, we also might look at Australia and Canada's elections as well. All right, thanks for tuning in, and bye for now.